Hi, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Startup Huddle St. Lucia, Digital Marketing for Your Business. My name is Michelle Samuel, and I am the head organizer for this chapter. Today is the 10th of March, and I'm so glad that you are with us. It is 7 p.m. AST here in St. Lucia, and for those of you watching, I would, of course, like you to chime in on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel and let us know where you are joining us from so that we can connect with you. We have our moderator, Lisa Yard, who will be, of course, monitoring the chat and highlighting your comments, your questions, and of course, so we can give you some shout outs. But before we go ahead, let us go ahead and take a word from one of our global partners.
I'm Jonathan Ortmans, president and founder of the Global Entrepreneurship Network. What we're about is creating an opportunity for anybody, anywhere, to unleash their idea. We want to make sure that the guy that's got the worst deal on the planet has an opportunity. At the Global Entrepreneurship Network, we've built one global entrepreneurship ecosystem that allows anyone on the planet to be able to connect, understand, support, and celebrate the entrepreneurs that represent so much promise for our future. We went in with the belief that we could create a common culture across the globe in the interest of entrepreneurship and innovation. We learned a lot of techniques and tools about ultimately how do you build a community that's across the world? How do you cross national boundaries and cultures and religions and languages? We discovered something that was common in all people. They have this enthusiasm and curiosity about making the world a better place. We tried to provide some structure, but allow a lot of flowers to be blooming the way they wanted to. We have divided our work into 4 primary cornerstones. We want to be able to connect everybody across any aspects of an entrepreneurial ecosystem to find peers, find markets, and find opportunities. Secondly, we want to understand the field better. We want to elevate the field based on research and data. And then thirdly, we're working carefully to provide the best support programs we can find. The last part is we like to celebrate. It's where we began with Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is the notion of making the role of the entrepreneur be perceived around the world as being a force for good, as being the individuals who are able to create new value in our societies and can really set an example for all of our citizens in the way we go about living our lives. Entrepreneurs are the great equalizers. They bring the ability of anybody to be able to have the opportunity no matter where they come from in the world. That promise of entrepreneurship is always what's empowered our community.
Welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And I would like to bring on stage a couple of my team members so that we can kick off this evening's event. So I have with me Mr. Isaiah Lord, who is going to be our MC for this evening. I'm so glad to have him here. Isaiah, say hi.
Hi, everyone. Good night, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. So, Isaiah, what we have tonight is a wonderful event mainly for persons in the marketing space or the marketing industry, whether you're into sales and marketing, whether you're into social media marketing, whether you're into digital marketing. Once you're in the marketing space, this event is mainly for you. And of course, anybody who has an interest in that particular industry. And what we've done, we've compiled a powerhouse, team of persons. We have a presenter and we have 2 expert panel who have extreme amount of experience in this industry that I cannot wait, to hear what they have to offer. So Isaiah, what about you? Do you have any experience in the marketing industry at all? Did you dabble in it at all in your entrepreneurial journey? You're on mute. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost Isaiah there for a while, but no worries. We will get him back. But let us move swiftly along. As is customary at all of our events, we begin with a word of prayer. And so we begin. Father, Lord, I want to thank you so much for this opportunity, so much for this event, for us to come here and be here together on this platform where we can share, we can educate, engage, connect with each other, Father, Lord. I ask and pray that you please let nothing happen with regards to the internet connection and any devices. And we ask and pray that you create doors and opportunities so that we can continue to connect with each other even after this event is over. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This I ask and I pray in your Son Jesus Christ's precious name. Amen. And amen. Okay, so let's just see whether he's back. Okay, God answered my prayer. God works. Excellent. So Isaiah,
Very good. But
glad
to
to
get right
have you
to
back.
answer your question,
Yes.
yes. I'm fortunate to have a background in marketing from my time in the hospitality industry, marketing and sales. And also from my own business that I set up, which is a We Fix It, where I had the pleasure of actually going out and sharing the vision of We Fix It. And marketing is extremely important. Also
Mm-hmm.
had experience with my wife's own, which is Rodney Heights Centrist, which is doing very well. You see, nobody's going to buy from you if they don't know about you. Okay. So marketing is one of the things that makes your business breathe. So it's very, very important. And I'm happy that we have an enthusiastic person tonight, too, actually, really, that will explain the importance of marketing and give us, I'm listening too because I want some tips, advice that's free, that you don't have to pay for, is nice.
Yeah, and we St. Lucians, we love something that's free, right? But what we're going to do right now, we're just going to go straight into, of course, talking about who we have with us. Now, we have a very special guest with us, and we want to give him the opportunity to say hello to everybody. And I'm going to bring him on right now. And we have Mr. Larry Soka. Larry, can you please introduce yourself?
Hey, good evening, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Isaiah. This is amazing, Michelle. Like, number one, you just brought Isaiah back from the internet dead, and then and then I'm worried about getting sucked into this startup huddle vortex from the cartoon you just showed us. So it's really great to be with you this evening. Hello and shout out to all the St. Lucians watching. I'm Larry Soch. I'm the Public Affairs Officer over here in Barbados. And unfortunately, the situation with COVID here ever since Christmas has gotten to a point where I can't come on over to St. Lucia like I'd like to. So I hope everybody is staying safe and taking care of themselves and their families. And hopefully we can get through this soon. Shout out, Michelle is an alumna of our YLI Young Leaders of the Americas initiative. She's just a fantastic alumna of our program and an ambassador for everything that we do at the embassy, which is to educate and connect and empower others. So Michelle and the whole team that you've gathered tonight, thank you so much for bringing the good work of the Startup Huddle to so many others across the country. I want to mention, too, that please stay connected with the U.S. Embassy. There's actually a number of exchange programs, and unfortunately, some of them are virtual exchanges in the near-term future, but hopefully back to regular exchanges soon. But things like the Youth Ambassadors Program or Young Ambassadors Program, that is currently open. It opened last Friday. So if you've got a younger brother or sister who's aged 15 to 18 in secondary school, please check us out at bb.usembassy.gov. Maybe we could throw that into the comment section or into the chat. Check out our embassy and see what kind of opportunities are available for young people. Again, the Secondary School Youth Ambassadors Program. We also have the Fulbright program, which is just opening up now. So if you yourself are an academic or a teacher or have friends working in those fields and want to do research in the United States, the Fulbright program too is open for application. So like Michelle, please stay in touch with the embassy. Please take advantage of the opportunities we have for exchanges. And like Isaiah, I'm psyched for tonight because I was just joking about maybe after this session tonight, I'm going to think about starting my own business on the side of being a diplomat or going into business for myself. So thanks, Michelle, and looking forward to the conversation tonight.
Awesome. Not a problem at all, Larry. And we're really glad to have you with us. And we're going to, of course, have Larry with us in the backstage where he's going to be watching and listening. And of course, he can chime in whenever, the time comes for Q&A if in case he needs to. But thank you again, Larry. So great to have you. And we'll see you a little later. And of course, thank you so much for joining us. The comments and chat section is where you get to engage with us here on stage because we need to know where you're joining us from. So I'm seeing Philip Wells joining. I'm seeing Malaya Shen joining. And Lisa, of course, is our moderator here in the chat. So please connect with her. And she will, of course, be giving you the cue as to when it is time for you to come back on and, of course, engage with us during Q&A. Let's get Isaiah back on stage. So, Isaiah, I would like everybody to get to know who our team is because Larry did say he loves what our team is doing, but people need to know who we are. So I'm going to bring everybody on screen right now. Lisa, we can't see you. We need to see your wonderful face because we're about to tell everybody who we are and the members that make up, Team Startup Huddle St. Lucia. Yay, there we go. Nice to see you. All right, so Lisa, we're going to go ahead with you. Ladies first. Go ahead, introduce yourself. You found the mute? There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know what role you play on the team. Yeah, so go ahead and introduce yourself. Let everybody know the role you play on the team.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Yad. I'm from St. Lucia, lovely St. Lucia. I'm the project manager for Startup Huddle St. Lucia. And I'm very happy to be here this evening. I take care of getting the expert panelists, take care of all the logistics that is required of this platform. And I wish everybody the best. Thank you.
Great to have you, Lisa. And Isaiah, go ahead. Isaiah, you're on mute.
Guys.
Oh, let's try that again. Almost got it. There we go.
Yeah. The wonders of technology. Okay. So, guys, my name is Isaiah Lord. I'm responsible for the marketing of this wonderful project. And I'm also the guy who's going to benefit the most from listening to this presentation tonight. And I'm also the guy who really, really, really wants COVID to be over so I can meet people in person and tell everybody about the wonders of this. You see, the thing about it, Startup Huddle, it really helped propel my life forward because it will help you take the dream that you have to the first couple of steps that you need to so you can have that dream walk around with you like a baby. So that's what we do. And hey, that's what I'm here to help you find out about.
Awesome. And of course, we have two members that were not able to be here with us. So I'm going to make mention of them. So we have Anita James. She's our review team leader. And what she does is evaluate our applications of persons who would like to present. And then we have Shadia Adonis. She's part of Isaiah's team. She's the assistant marketing manager. And she's in charge of all the promoting and the marketing on the social media channels. So you may not see her face, but trust me, she is ever present. And I am yours truly, your head organizer, Michelle Samuel. And we have been doing this since 2018 of the launch of during the launch of GEW 2018. This is when we launched Startup Huddle St. Lucia. And I'm really happy with the team that I have right now. And we are even more excited because we have a presenter and a panel that definitely you will find extreme value in. And we're so glad to have them with us. And without further ado, what I'm going to do is to play a brief video to show you who those persons are. And when we come back, Isaiah will take it over and then introduce our presenter. All right, Isaiah, you can take it away.
Okay, folks. When I first met this young lady, I don't even think she remembers this. The first thing that came into mind is this is someone who's going to go very far in this life. And it is my pleasure tonight to present to you Sharine Joseph of Blu Marketing. Her role as a leader of this particular group is to bring out the power of marketing, the ability to have your organization and even yourself stand out in a world where everyone's attention is short. You need to be the person that they stop and look at. So she's going to help you out with exactly that tonight. Sharine, take it away.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you to Startup Huddle and Lucia for allowing me to present my business tonight. And I will be presenting Blu Media Marketing. Next slide, please, Michelle. So my name is Sharine Joseph, and I'm the founder of Blu Media Marketing. I love helping people, and I love meeting people and giving back to the community. Over the years, I have worked with a number of businesses, and as we rolled into the digital era, I realized that a few of the businesses were experiencing some problems. Next slide, please. Some of these problems that they were experiencing, some of the businesses were not online, the business owners were not able to use social media, and the businesses were not able to reach their target market, their target customers. So I did my research and I realized that there were a few businesses in St. Lucia that were already providing some of the services that I was thinking of providing, like P1 marketing, Boost marketing, Edge and Tribees marketing, Hyperlink SLU, the broadcasting stations, and Acceler marketing. Next slide, please. So I decided to come up with something that will help solve the problem of some of the small businesses. So Blu Media Marketing is a social media marketing and consultancy business that provides personalized marketing services to assist small business owners to become digitally savvy and to capture their online customers. We strive to be as honest as possible with our marketing. So as such, we do not market anything that we have not used or experienced. Next slide, please. So our solution is very simple. We help businesses manage and set up their social media pages. We train business owners to use social media effectively to improve their customer interactions and, of course, sales. We provide personalized marketing services which aligns with the visions of the respective businesses to identify their targets and, of course, create a link between the business and the customer. And some of the partners who helped us make this possible are Glass Web, independent photographers, business owners, graphics designers, and of course, videographers. Our beneficiaries are small businesses without an online presence, business owners who are not social media savvy, and of course, businesses who are struggling to reach their target market. We reach our customers through various social media channels like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Everywhere our customers are, we're there. So we use email, we use calling, and also online surveys. To date, we have worked with over 40 local and 3 regional businesses. We have made donations of school items, food items, and cash to our followers and various organizations. Our social media following has grown from 700 followers on Instagram and over 800 on Facebook. We have reached over 4,000 unique Instagram accounts between December and January, and over 7,000 on Facebook between January and February 2021. We are a for-profit business where our clients are obtained through our social media platforms and referrals, and work is subcontracted to various members of staff. So you can view our business model through this slide. Next slide, please. To date, we have implemented new services such as brand ambassador services and have shifted to more of a consultancy-based business because of the high volume of business owners requiring social media advice. In the next 6 months, we are working towards establishing a social media training course where persons can learn to use social media to make money, and business owners can also learn how to effectively use the different platforms. Certificates will be given at the end of the course. And the networks will help us make all of this possible are the YLAI networks, which provides me with free courses that I can educate myself in different fields and provide opportunities to network and receive mentorship. Also, the Global Entrepreneurship Network, which provides a platform for entrepreneurs just like me to showcase my business. And of course, the Dream to Reality Ladies Network, which provides support and business education through the entrepreneurship course. And I am a proud graduate of that course. So Blu Media Marketing, you can reach us on WhatsApp or you can call us at 712-4590. You can email us at blumediamarketing@gmail.com. You can reach us on Facebook, Blu Media Marketing, Instagram, Blu Marketing 758, and of course, LinkedIn, Blu Media Marketing. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and thank you to Startup Huddle for giving me this opportunity to showcase my business. I do hope you guys enjoy.
Excellent, excellent. Sharine, 2 things: a comment and then a question. The comment is, what you're doing has come at exactly the right time because everybody's home. Yeah.
But I've been doing it before that, though.
Yes, you were. Actually, one note that there was a statement made by some researchers. They did some research and they said timing is one of the most important factors to the success of any new business. And the other statement that I have to make is, well, the question that I have is, what's the one thing that keeps you going doing this? I know there'll be days where it's up, there'll be days where it's down, there'll be days where you're asking yourself, what the hell did I get into? So what's the one thing that keeps you going? Hey, I'm in it, so I know. There's the days that like, oh my God, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and like, what the hell was I thinking? So what keeps you going?
Just it's my passion. It's my passion for helping people, and it's my passion for making things happen. I know right now we're in COVID-19 and a lot of businesses are struggling. So just the fact that I can be a helping hand to a business, or I can make a business better or something like that, it just drives me. So it's just the passion.
I love that. I love that answer. And I can see in your face that it comes from a very deep place. Deep place. So I feel that. So, okay,
Thank
so what we're
you.
going to do now is we're going to have a question and answer session with our expert panel for Sharine. All right, so our panelists, I'd like you to go ahead and ask just a couple of quick questions, starting with Carla. And then we'll go into, because Carla first, because it's ladies first.
Oh, thanks.
And I
Thanks
like
so much.
anybody from Trinidad.
Thank you so much. Yes, I am from Trinidad. And pleasant good night to everyone. Pleasant good night to the viewers. Sharine, that was fabulous and fantastic. I felt the vibes through the screen all the way here to Trinidad. I loved it. A couple questions, obviously.
Okay.
tell me, how long have you been in the marketing realm, the social media realm, and what drew you to it?
Okay, I have been. It's been a long time. I've been my entire work life. I've been in marketing and sales, but I really started the business in 2019 because I felt like I was always the background person in every job that I was doing, making things happen. And I felt like, everybody told me I was good at marketing, and, I just felt like they encouraged me to start my business. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really started doing this, and because of my passion for helping people. So it really feeds both of these things for me.
So, do you consider yourself business's best kept secret? Like you are the thing that they need in their back pocket in order to succeed?
Yes, I do, definitely. We're in a digital era. Everybody needs that little surprise to give their customers. So I believe Blue Media Marketing is that surprise, because we don't only just do social media marketing or just post stuff on your page, but we do an entire campaign. We're innovative, and trust me, when my personality comes out, there is no way a customer will not buy your product.
Trust me, we West Indians are blessed with a personality, so I totally get it. But what you're offering is so much more for just, people within the area of solution or even in the Caribbean. Why not go global with your packages and what you offer? Or is that the plan for later on?
Okay, so I am planning, well, before COVID, I plan to conquer the Caribbean first, but then COVID happened and, scattered my plans. But that is in the pipeline. I do want to go global because I feel like the services that I provide will be beneficial to businesses out of St. Lucia also.
Oh, great. And what kind of businesses are you more attracted to? Are you more attracted to retail? Are you more attracted to corporate? Like, what really resonates? I can guess, but I want to hear it from you. What are you more attracted to?
Like, to me, I wouldn't say, I don't want to say any small business, but I focus more on startups because they are the ones who really struggle coming up, especially in marketing their new products or services. So I don't really have a preference when it comes to a certain business type or whatnot. As long as I am able to help the businesses in one way or the other, I'm down for it.
Fabulous. That was excellent. Just one more question, and then I'm going to let you go. I promise. One more question. What are the services you mentioned that you offer other things in addition to social media? What other services can people expect to get from you when they contact you?
Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, we do page management and setups, we do marketing campaigns, we do brand ambassador services, we do PR services, we do videography, graphics, like every single thing you'd need for you to be online and for you to stay trending in this digital world, we will do it for you. So we also do website management, and we do website building. So that's it.
Awesome. Great. Nice chatting with you. Thanks so much, Sharine.
Thank you.
Hey, Sharine.
Bye.
Now, I was waiting for Isaiah to introduce me, but I didn't get that special introduction, Carla. So, great presentation.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here, right? I have a few questions. Some of the questions Carla did ask, the very first one, which she asked, was the first thing I had written down, like, what's your experience and how long you've been doing this, which you've answered, right?
Yeah.
And also, something that's very most important is your target audience, right? And again, Carla addressed that, is it retail, is it corporate? And you said startups, right? So with that being said, right, are your packages tailored, right, to your target audience's budgets?
Yes, they are actually. I'm being told that I'm charging too little for my services, but I have rolled out a few packages for my customers, especially now with COVID-19. When
Mhm.
COVID started, I actually give them some free marketing for a few months, and I rolled out the daily deals where you can get free marketing for a day for only $20. So we do all types of marketing for you. We do video, lives, everything you get for $20. Because which small business doesn't have $20? You get me? So I have been trying to work with them as much as possible. Like I said, the money doesn't drive me; it's the passion. So I am willing to just work with them to see how this goes.
Mm. So I'm happy to hear that your passion drives you, right? So
Yes.
with prices as low as $20, right? How are you able, right, to compensate your team? Because you had a list of partners from Glassweb, videographers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you offer those packages, how are you compensating your partners?
Okay, so most of the partners that I work with, they're outsourced, as you
Mm.
would have noticed. But they don't participate in the $20 promotion.
Okay.
There are packages that are tailored because I work closely with my partners, so they understand the struggles of the small businesses. So we come up with a collective price that will work in their benefit and also the benefit of the clients. So yeah, I am able to compensate them, but at the same time not make the small businesses break the bank.
Okay, great. Next question, right? So are you the only one in your business? Are you a sole trader?
Um, I would say yes and no.
Mhm.
Most of the heavy lifting I do, but I do have a small team. As of recently, I have two other persons that work alongside myself. So I have one person who does all of my videography and stuff, and I have another person who really comes does the idea part of things and help me out with the marketing.
Yeah. And do they work full time or part time?
So it's kind of a part-time thing, it's not full-time.
Okay. And my last question, because I don't want to go too long, right? You spoke about training. You want to offer training services to your clients, right?
Yes.
What qualifications and expertise that you have to offer training services?
Okay, so I recently completed my digital marketing and digital strategies course. I'm also, let's just say, a few days away from completing my social media marketing course, which would certify me to be able to teach both Facebook and Instagram, well, stuff from Facebook and Instagram. So that I'm also trying to get, how you call that? I can't. The word doesn't come, but I'm trying to get the authorization from the government in order to be able to teach courses because I realized there's a requirement for that. I've been trying to get that kind of information and also the CBQ certification thing. So I need to get these things sorted out before I can even think of doing the training.
Okay, that's great. Well, that's all the questions that I have. And I guess I'll see you at our one-on-one session.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, that was an amazing exchange right there. I mean, these are like three marketing giants in the industry right now. And I am so grateful to have to be able to listen to what you guys are saying, because that's one area that I'm not too very good at, which is why I have a lot of respect for people who have the time and the patience. My goodness, because I do have it, the time and the patience to put together things for a marketing campaign and to tailor it to specific needs and specific markets and specific channels. And I just don't have that type of patience. I have patience for my kids as a mother, but I don't have patience for that extra thing. So I would rather hire somebody like Sharine or hire somebody like Rankin or Carla to do that for me. Hey, that's your expertise, run with it. Paint your canvas. Yeah, no problem. So that was an amazing exchange, and I want to give both Carla and Rankin an opportunity to just share a little about themselves. Sharine, I am going to, of course, allow you to come back very quickly after they have done so that we can have the Q&A between you and the audience. But I just want persons to get a feel for who is really sitting on our panel and why we chose these people. So I'm going to start with you, Carla, because, of course, ladies first. I mean, we're in the month of March, we're in the month of women. So I am going to allow, Carla to take that stage and, explain to us why it is that, we chose her. Speak, yeah, let your work speak for itself. Yeah.
Pleasant good night again, everyone, to the audience and to everyone here tonight. It's lovely to be here in the beautiful St. Lucia. I'm coming to you all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. I am Carla Williams Johnson. Everyone calls me Carli because my business, Carli Communications, helps business owners and entrepreneurs increase their visibility through the creative uses of the media. I have been in the industry for, oh my God, I'm going to age myself, about 17 years. I've worked with top local and international brands, including Coca-Cola, Unilever, Nestle, to name a few. I've also been asked to share my work with Forbes, Huffington Post, Thrive Global, and just a whole host of other places that are just too lengthy to mention. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So thank you so much for having me here. Oh, and I won an award, y'all. I always forget that. I won an award. I don't know why I always forget that. I was top best promotions company at the 2020 Media Innovator Awards out of the UK.
Wow, that is something to be I mean, this is the month to celebrate, man. Oh my gosh, can you show us your bottle of champagne that you have next to you?
I drank it. I'm so sorry. It was necessary though. It was necessary. After all the hard work, it was necessary.
Oh my gosh, congratulations are in order. My goodness, what an announcement. And all of these features that you mentioned, Forbes and Huffington Post, and I mean, these are big deal agencies that are highlighting you right now. So, of course, I know you have some information to share with us, but we're going to, of course, share that with everybody towards the end of the event. So you have to stick around to the end. And of course, Carla has something very special to offer everybody who is joining us. Yes, we're actually giving away something wonderful this evening, but you have to stick around to the end. That's the catch. You have to stick around to the end to find out what it is that you can win from Carla. So now I'm going to allow our gentleman to, tell him a little bit about himself.
Good evening, everybody. Hi, my name is Rankin Morgan. I'm the managing director of 123 Digital Limited, which is a marketing agency that specializes in web technologies, public relations, marketing, and research. I'm very happy that Carla didn't mention me as, not Carla, sorry, Sharine didn't mention me as a competitor, so I'm very happy about that. Also the founder of Dazzle Magazine, which features young entrepreneurs, business and professionals by highlighting their achievements to inspire others. Dazzle Magazine is more than a magazine. It's a platform that showcases progressive solutions, both locally and abroad, to both the traditional and online forms to obtain a global reach. In 2013, my team and myself, we won the award for Idea of the Year at the St. Lucia Business Awards for Dazzle Magazine. And with that, it was able to propel us and even go into 2 other foreign markets, which is Barbados and St. Vincent's a year after. I've had extensive experience in the United Kingdom, Trinidad and Tobago, Carla, right? And of course, St. Lucia. And I focus on modern techniques together with other traditional practices to strengthen 123 Digital's marketing strategies and also our clients. Our role encompasses social media marketing, web design and development, app development, marketing research, data analysis, and also just being a market strategist. Under my leadership, 123 Digital has been able to provide marketing support for KFC St. Lucia, Courts St. Lucia, Master Stores, Unicorn, Caribbean, St. Lucia Tourism Authority, Peter and Capital Distribution, Ladera Resorts, Just for Fun Carnival Band, and many more. And that is all.
Wow. Wow. See what I mean when I said powerhouse people in marketing? You understand what I meant, right? I was not joking. These are some powerhouse people in marketing. They're experts in their field. So I want to just say thank you to all of you for being here. Sharine, you basically are the cherry on the top because you led them here.
Yes.
They are here for you. So thank you, Sharine. Thank you, Rankin, for agreeing to be with us. Thank you, Carla, for agreeing to be with us. And of course, now we have come to the next segment. We have come to the next segment, which is, of course, Q&A with Sharine and the audience. So I am going to send the two of you expert panelists to the backstage so you will continue to watch the rest of our program while, of course, we engage Sharine and the audience in Q&A. So bye-bye for now. We're going to see you in a while. And Sharine, so we're back to you, right? There was a lot of information that was shared in your presentation, and persons were basically chiming up and talking about, basically everything was about, yeah, Sharine, like cheering you on. I mean, a lot of the comments was about cheering you on. So you have a lot of fans in this watching right now. You have a lot of fans, and we just want to, of course, highlight those people. So we have, of course, Mr. Philip Wells, who has joined us on Facebook. He's saying hello. Thank you so much, Philip, for joining us. We have, of course, Malia Shen. She said she's great to be here. Malia, please let us know where you are joining us from. Oh, and she did, and she's from Jamaica. So we have Jamaica joining us from in the house. Also, we have Lisa, who is the moderator. So guys, please check out the information Lisa will be posting there. We have Cindy James from St. Lucia who's joining on the YouTube. And we have also Marvin Lee joining us as well. Then we have this person who I think you may know. And this
My
person.
best friend.
Yeah, so you have a really great support system joining us here. So thank you so much for joining. We have a fellow graduates of the Dream to Reality course. We have Samantha in the house. Samantha is joining via YouTube. And I mean, Cindy's just giving you love. Cindy's just giving you love. Yeah, she's just giving
My
you love, like
girl.
motivation. And to show you how much love she's giving you, this is what she called you. Yeah, I'm her boo. Yeah, I'm her boo. So thank you so much. And we also have Phil and Henderson. Go, Sharine, go. I can imagine the pom-pom shaking. I could imagine the pom-pom shaking for Sharine. My goodness. And your name is calling Sharine. Yeah, so look at the support. And we have another individual here. Connect Services.
Connect Services.
Yeah, Connect Services. Connect Services, are you by any chance into the marketing field?
They do business registrations. Yeah, they deal with startups.
Awesome. So Connect Services, I'm hoping that you enjoyed this particular event, and we'll be seeing you again at our upcoming event. Hoping to see you. Yes, thank you so much for being here. And we have Johanna Hines. Well done, Sharine, joining us on YouTube. And Joanna has a question for you, Sharine, and this is your question. So is social media course you'll be offering be certified or endorsed by the educational institute or other? That's the question.
Yes. So I am actively working on that. So that is why we are not offering the social media course as yet, because I need to get it certified by the educational institution in St. Lucia. Plus, I need to get the CBQ certification thing, because I want it to be CBQ. So even if you're out of St. Lucia, you're anywhere in the Caribbean, you can use that certification to get a job or in the field. So yeah, I'm actively working on that.
All right, awesome. So Joanna, I'm hoping that answered your question. And Joanna also requested your information. So Johanna, of course, the banner will be rolling into the bottom. So here you can see Sharine's contact information. You can reach her again. There's Instagram. The email address is there. Her mobile number is there. So any form or any channel you would like to utilize to reach out to her, feel free to do so. You can reach out to her. And also we have Another person here who's Prince Mars, who's saying good night. He's listening in from Facebook. We also have Simeon Lawrence. Sharine, big up.
Hey.
Yeah. So he's also having, support, or he's giving the support. We also have Tash Randall, big smiley face there for you, joining us on YouTube. And I mean, Shovi seems to be really impressed with you. I mean, really, really impressed with you. Also, we have Tash Randall again. Hi, based in V4 St. Lucia, just opened a bar and grill. So this may be another client, Sharine. Check this person out. So Tash, this you'll see, of course, Sharine's information rolling at the bottom. Please connect with her so that you can, of course, oh, and hey, guess what? He put it right out there for you. Or she put it right out there for you.
Thank you.
Bell Kitchen on Instagram and Facebook. So Sharine, you both have your contact information now. And we have another question, and this is coming from Philip Wells on Facebook. Can you share challenges, if any, while starting off your business, Sharine?
Okay, starting off, I've had many challenges. The major challenge with starting off marketing business, especially in St. Lucia, is the fact that because you're starting off and you're new, a lot of the bigger businesses or a lot of businesses don't want to work with you. The first thing they do is go on your social media page and check your following. And if you don't have a good following, they feel like they undermine your work and feel like you can't do what you're saying that you can do for them. So most times it's about just keeping the faith and showing people what you can do. Eventually, they will come back and ask about your services and wanting to work with you. But that's one of the main challenges starting off. You're like the underdog, and most people do not want to work with you. But what you need to do is just show people what you're made of and what you can do, and eventually they will open up to the idea of working with you. That's my best advice.
Excellent, excellent. So that is a really great question, because of course every startup encounters challenges, but I think now is the time, especially in this COVID time, where your challenges should basically be highlighted in the positive as opposed to the negative, because now everybody's looking to go online, because that is where everybody needs to be right now. So what would have been a negative for you in the past is now your positive. So businesses such as, the online services is now booming. Before, people didn't really know what Zoom was. Look at Zoom now, right? So persons that are helping people get online, businesses that need to get online, businesses or individuals that have an issue with staying consistent, these are the people you need to be speaking to. People like Sharine, people like Carla and Rankin, because they are the experts in the field. They know how to, help that target market, be in your pocket, right? So I would like to thank you again for that question, Philip. Really, really, really great question. I also want to let persons know who are watching, if you would like to join us on the main stage, please let us know. You can comment in the box and we will share the link there so that you can join us on the main stage. If you would like to really ask your question one-on-one with Sharine, you do have that opportunity to do so. Really love coming. You're amazing. You're amazing, Carla. Carla, this is for you. You're amazing. Yes, this is coming for Carla. So I'm hoping that Shobi J, you're going to be staying until the end of the event so that you can understand how amazing Carla really is with what she's going to be, giving away. And we have another question coming from Philip. Please, of course, use the chat to ask your questions. And of course, we will read that out to Sharine so that we can have those answered. So here's the next question, Sharine, from Philip again. Do you have a portfolio to share? Tell me about the business name. Love it.
Yes, I do have a portfolio. The business name, I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. So I just use the blue, and blue is a color that represents trust in a business. So that is one of the two reasons why I use the name. I just removed the E because I didn't want to use the normal blue. And that's it. Like, I just love the color.
Imagine
and I'm
that.
about what I do. So the two just kind of sync in.
Wow. You said that blue evokes trust, right?
Yes.
You think I should change my branding color? Because my branding color is red. I mean, is that already a sign that maybe if I change my color to blue, things might, get a little bit more. I mean, indirectly, that could be the case. So thank you, Philip, for that question. And thank you for sharing that. And yes, I actually did love working with that flyer, that blue, because I saw the when you first started Dream to Reality, the logo you started off with is different from what you have now, and I
Yes,
love the growth. I love the transition from it. I absolutely love it, and I loved
yes,
working with it and building the flyer around it. I really loved it. Everything just really flowed. So
yes.
that was amazing, man. I really loved it. But then who? Just a little question to put you on the spot. Who really designed that logo? Was it you or was it one of the members of your team? Who designed that logo?
It was the graphics designer that I was working with at the time. It's the Concept Factory. They do really
Ah,
amazing logos. And so they were the ones who, when I decided to rebrand, they were the ones who elevated the logo and put it on that whole different level for me. So yeah, big shout out to them.
that is excellent, man. That is completely excellent. And we have a question coming from Tash Randall on YouTube. That question is, what's the most effective social media to use in St. Lucia? I mean, that is the one that generates the most clients.
Okay. So the social media channels that you use for your business all depends on the type of business that you have. Not every social media platform works for every type of business. So I think you have a food business, and Instagram is more of a visual platform. So it would be a good thing to put your business out there. Plus, Instagram has all of these the people that have the spending power, the younger people, the younger generation. So yeah, your business will be more appealing on Instagram. So I can't give you like the most effective social media platform in St. Lucia, but what I can suggest based on your the type of business that you have, because one business may not work on Facebook, but it can work on Instagram, and likewise. So yeah.
Yeah, so Tash, I think we've already established that you'll be working with Blue Media Marketing, after this event. We've established that, right? Yeah. I'm just waiting for her to respond yes in the chat that you'll be working with Blue Media Marketing after this event. Um, so Sonata is saying, awesome. She's loving, 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 what she's seeing. But I do have a question for you, Sharine. In terms of your 6-month goals that you identified, um, you're saying that you want to achieve certain things, but you're also working on yourself to achieve those things. And you realize that what I realize that the things that you're looking to achieve is to help others, but you're
Yes.
also working on yourself. And I wanted to highlight that, right? People who are good leaders, people who are
Mm-hmm.
exceptional leaders, they invest in themselves to then invest in others, because you cannot give what you don't have. And I really appreciate
Exactly.
what you're doing, Shireen, with the courses that you're doing to get certified in those areas, and then say, hey, I want to now impart this knowledge or be in a position where I can impart this knowledge in an effective way that that person can utilize for themselves. And I really appreciate what you're doing. So persons who are listening, individuals, small business owners, company owners, CEOs, executive members who are listening, if you want to be able to share or to help others, it doesn't make sense to try to give something that you don't have. Invest in yourself, self-development, developing the business, and then impart that on somebody else, because there's everybody's on social media saying, I'm a consultant, I'm an
Yeah.
expert, right? But what proof do you have that you can do this for me? What's your track record? You understand? And of course, that's where the portfolio comes in. What have you done, and for who have you done it? So that is why, in certain cases, you look at websites and you see the stats right there. When you scroll down, these are the clients. That's my numbers, quantitative. And then the quality will show because the clients will be speaking about you. So a really great thing that you mentioned there, Shireen. And
Thank you.
Tash also says, it's good to know about you. It'll be interesting to have a conversation. We've connected on Instagram, so I'll send you a DM. So looking forward to that, Tash. Loving
Thank
those
you.
connections coming in, loving those connections. And yes, Point Michelle, thank you so much, Philip Wells, for your feedback. Facts, yes, Connect Services. Of course, you're in the business, so you would know. You definitely would know. And we have also Nicolina or Nicolina. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Please don't
Nicolina.
come for me. Okay, thank you for the correction. So Marceline, so she's giving some really great claps here. So again, if you would like to join us on stage, just let us know. Put that request into the chat, and we will send you the link so that you can join us here on the main stage to ask your question, and then of course be backstage with us if you would like to join us. If not, just type in your question or comment into the chat, and we will read it out and highlight it on the screen. So let me go into another question, Sharine. So you're doing these courses right now. How are you managing your time with the courses that you're doing, the work that you're doing, and also, the brand ambassador stuff and the writing? How do you manage your time? How does that work?
Okay, I used to really struggle with time management. I got myself a whiteboard. This is the best thing I've ever bought in my life because it has allowed me to be more organized and to schedule my time. And then I wake up in the morning and I just see what I have to do, and then I just segment my day and just get it done. So, in between writing and doing all the social media stuff that I do, I still find time to do my courses because they're very important, and
Mhm.
most times they take the forefront before everything else, because I feel like right now, now that I want to move forward and add new services to my business, I really need to get the certifications that I need. So that is taking priority right now. But let me tell you, it doesn't feel like a job. So everything that I do is just like my normal pastime. Like it's just
Mhm.
normal to me. So it doesn't really feel, I don't feel any pressure or anything like that. Before, when I just started, yes, I used to feel the pressure. But thanks to my team, my new team, they've taken up the burden a lot. Um, so big shout out to them. And yeah, right now I just feel like I'm just doing things that I love.
Excellent. So again, thank you so much for sharing that. If those are all the questions, thank you so much for sharing. We have come to the end of our Q&A with Sharine of Blu Media Marketing, and of course with the audience. Sharine, before you leave, I just want to give you an opportunity to say some last words. Now, your last words is usually this question: what can we as a community do to help Blu Media Marketing, or to help you? What can we do for you?
Okay, first of all, the community can help me, especially with the marketing courses that I would like to um, implement. I've been having a lot of issues because we know in St. Lucia it's hard to get information. So I've been getting a lot of issues trying to find the right places to get the right certifications, trying to get the authorizations to teach the courses. So if anyone knows the places or the any has any information on that, it would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So that's one of the things you can do to help me. Other than that, you can like, share, follow my pages, and just recommend the business to one of your friends or one of your fellow colleagues, and it will go a long way in assisting my business. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharine, and thank you for joining us. So while Sharine joined us in the backstage, I am again going to appeal to all of you. If you would like to connect with Sharine of Blu Media Marketing, you can reach her on Facebook, on Instagram. You can email her at bluemediamarketing@gmail.com. You can reach her on her mobile at 712-4590. For those of you outside of St. Lucia, use 758 area code to get in touch with Sharine of Blu Media Marketing. And we've come to the very first half of Startup Huddle St. Lucia, digital marketing for your business. We are now going to take a brief break. And when we come back, we are going to have our next segment, because we have a guest speaker lined up for you, who is one of our expert panel. And he, of course, will be speaking on digital marketing for your business. So again, please stick around. Remember, we have some really great prizes, or a really great prize, being offered by Carla of Carli Communications. Thank you again, Carla, for that. And so please stick around to the end. Of course, if you would like to know more about Carla, her information will be shared on the screen, as well as rankings information will be shared on the screen as well. So we take a little break. please stay with us. This is a word from a couple of our partners.
What do you need to transform your career goals into reality? You need the Wiley Network.
You guys are awesome.
I'm forever grateful for being a part of this network, which has changed my life and my confidence.
What is the Wiley Network? Your connection to an abundance of resources. There are so many valuable tools, such as online courses, training videos, toolkits, discussion guides, blogs, and workbooks. That is the Wiley Network, and it's all available at wiley.state.gov.
Very proud to be a part of this.
The Wiley Network gives members the means to grow as entrepreneurs and improve their communities.
This is a call to you, young leaders of Latin America, the Caribbean, and Canada. It's your chance to develop your skills, expand your business, and network with leaders and with your peers. It's a way for you to enhance your knowledge, your economic opportunities, and your future. When you join the Wiley Network, you'll get regular updates on new initiatives, opportunities, and information created specifically for young leaders. You can engage on social media and join important discussions that affect your community. You can use all of these digital resources to expand your entrepreneurial potential and create a brighter future. By joining the Wiley Network, you gain access to all the benefits. You can expand your skills and connect with fellow leaders working to create change in their communities. The Wiley Network empowers you to achieve and succeed. Don't wait for change. Create it. To learn more about the Wiley Network and to become a member, go to wiley.state.gov.
Wow, and I hope everybody was taking note of this opportunity. Yes, Wiley Network is a great network, over 40,000 strong members and growing. So if you would like to connect with a network of professionals all across the globe, the Wiley Network, I highly recommend that you join. And now we are in the second segment of our event, which is, of course, our digital marketing or digital marketing for your business. And that is the topic which will be presented on by our guest speaker. Our guest speaker is none other than one of our expert panel, Mr. Rankin Morgan of 123 Digital Limited. He's also the owner of Dazzle Magazine. So welcome, 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 Rankin. Glad to have you still with us. And I'm hoping that everybody is ready and prepped for the information that Rankin will be sharing with us this evening. So I will be bowing out and allowing Rankin to go ahead and make his presentation. And of course, I will, Rankin, will you be sharing your screen or would you like me to do that for you?
Yes, I will be sharing my screen.
Excellent.
Right, let me test it out first. Let's try this out.
Let's see what's gonna happen here.
I have to do something. And then let's see, share. Can you see my screen?
No, we're not seeing it.
Okay, well.
All right, looks like, yeah, it looks like I'll have to do that for you. That's fine, that's fine. So I'm gonna go to the backstage and put that slide on for you.
No
okay, so guys, please take a listen. Rankin Morgan is our guest speaker for this evening. So please, if you have your pens, your pencils, your notepads out, or if you have not started recording, please do so. I'm hoping that Rankin will be able to share his presentation with us after he's done, if he's able to. If you would like, you can send that information into the chat. And so Rankin, I'm going to be heading backstage to get your presentation ready for you, right?
Okay, no problem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for attending this session. Sharine made a good presentation earlier, and we had some good points from our guests on this panel. And also the questions that were asked were really good as well. So this is my presentation. Just waiting patiently. Can you open it up? Use the slider. All right, well, if that's the best that we can do. Once again, everybody, thank you for attending. Digital Marketing for Your Business, presented by myself, Rankin Morgan, who is Managing Director of 123 Digital Limited. Next slide, please. Next slide. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Okay, hi there, Rankin.
Yes.
All right, so what I'm going to do, because I was actually sharing the screen, I'm not sure what was happening there. So I'm going to work on this for you. Let me just do something very, very quickly.
No problem.
And we will get that all set up. Not a problem. Let's just get that all done for you. In the meantime, I would, of course, invite you to engage the people in conversation. Tell them a little bit more about your business and, of course, what you do and how they can get in touch with you.
123 Digital is a marketing company. I started in 2012, towards the end of 2012. It wasn't a marketing agency first. I started with Dazzle Magazine. So Dazzle Magazine was or is and continuously be my experiment. So all my ideas, all my expertise, techniques, visuals, right, we pump it into Dazzle Magazine. And then we present Dazzle Magazine to the clients. So we use ourselves as basically a case study. When Sharine spoke earlier and she said that, okay, it's very difficult to come into the markets because, you don't really have that experience, or clients want to see a huge following or things that you've done before in the past and you have nothing to show. What I did is develop my own product. And from that, clients were like, okay, I want a publication like Dazzle. So we've done a lot of other magazines for companies such as Slasper, Winwood, and Leeward Bury. And of course, the Dazzle Magazine and Dazzle Magazine Barbados, Dazzle Magazine St. Vincent. And every single time I would be in a networking session, everybody would ask, what else do I do? So I was like, okay, we do graphics, we do web development, and we would get clients based on our track record. The journey has not been a smooth one. Just like any other business, we definitely had our fair share of obstacles, which we had to overcome. And basically in business, you must continuously evolve. You can't be stagnant. You can't be complacent. So with us, we definitely change with the times. So if we have to use Dazzle Magazine as an example, we had the magazine both in a physical form, right, a physical publication, and also online simultaneously. So we ran parallel because I knew that the physical magazines will never last, right? And in first world countries, you saw the decline of publications and prints, and a lot of publications were going online. Now in St. Lucia, we are a few years behind, so I knew one day it would catch up. So now, since we've been experiencing COVID, Dazzle Magazine has never slowed down. As I said from before, our first article, our first publication, first issue is digital, is online. You could go on our website, dazzlemag.com, and you could actually search for the articles, and they will appear on individual pages. So we had foreseen that since 2012. So now, as in COVID, and there's a shift, right? We had no issue switching strictly to the digital part of the magazine. Even before COVID now, I've seen the evolution of video in content creation. So again, we at Dazzle started to create videos. We have, I think, at least 3 to 4 online products, video products, which is Spotlight, which breaks down the lyrics for the artists. We have Fresh Biz, where we feature new and, well, I would just say startups, our features. And another one which we have is Hangouts, which we did incorporated with the Wave, but we haven't done it since COVID because of the contact. But this is something that we plan to resume in the near future. Another thing that I'm planning to do is a podcast. So all these things are trending. So when our clients ask, okay, can you do a podcast, right? Can you create content? Can you create video content? It's like, yes. Have you ever done it before? Yes, you could go on our other page, you understand? So Dazzle Magazine is a subsidiary of 123 Digital Limited. I always believe, and that's some advice for Sharine, as a marketing company, you must own a product. You cannot always rely on the clients. So for example, in her case, you can't really rely on people paying you $20 for every job, you understand? Because there will come a point in time where people may not have the funds, even though $20 may seem very cheap, but there'll come a time when somebody won't be able to pay that, or their business gone bust. But if you have your own product, you'll be able to sustain yourself. So I'll even give you an example, and based on people that you've shown in your presentation, like DBS. DBS has a television station, you understand? So you'll continue to get revenue. You know, Media Zone, Choice TV, they have a TV station, you know, the radio station, they always create content, and they would always be an outlet for the advertisers. So that is my little convo before my presentation. Michelle, thank you very much for rectifying the issue. Can you, next slide, please? So, as I said, I am Rankin Morgan, the managing director of 123 Digital Limited, which is a marketing agency that specializes in web technologies, public relations, marketing, and research. Right, I'm also the founder of Dazzle Magazine. Right, so first of all, when we talk about marketing on a whole, I like to define what marketing is. So it doesn't matter if it's digital marketing, if it's traditional marketing, you know, radio, TV, they all come under the same umbrella. So marketing is a form of communication between you and your customer with a goal of selling your product a product or service to them, communicating the value. I cannot see the rest because my name tag is blocking the rest of the presentation. Just hold a sec. I will just read it out loud. Michelle, you could have it up. I'll just read it from my computer. You could put it back up, Michelle. I'll just wait for it to pull it up. And as I go along, you would just change to the next slide. Right, so as I said, marketing is a form of communication between you and your customer with the goal of selling your product or service to them. Communicating the value of your product or service is a key aspect of marketing. So again, people need to know what you're selling. What's your competitive advantage? I always believe, why should somebody buy your product? Next slide. What is digital marketing, right? So digital marketing is a component of marketing that uses online technologies to promote a business's products and service via the web, social media, content marketing, pay-per-click, affiliate marketing, and search platforms, to name a few. So let me just explain that to you. So when people say digital marketing, the first thing that comes to mind is social media, but it's greater than social media. It's very broad, right? So we have here websites. You know, as someone in the industry, if you say you're a marketing agency or you're an expert, you must have a website, right? So as Philip Wells asked earlier, it's like, where's your portfolio? I want to see your portfolio. You know, someone wants to see your portfolio instantly. The best way to see your work is to go on your website, whatever it may be. As soon as they click on it, they should basically have an idea, general idea exactly what your product is, what you're selling, what your service is, right? And they could toggle between the homepage, the portfolio, the about us, the contact us, everything must be there, right? Viral, once again, doing all those videos, creating content. We see it in our community right now, our online community with people like Dove Too Funny, you know. You see it in, what's this guy's name? Shaq, the comedian, you know. They create videos, they endorse other people as well, right? And it's funny, it goes viral, people share it, people ask about the product, you know, electronic devices, you know, in order to get out there, people must be able to access your service or access you. So that's in the form of mobile phone, tablets, you know, computers, you know, laptops, you know, analysis. When you get the information, you know, must be able to generate your reports. You must understand your demographic. You must understand why certain individuals are going on certain pages, you know, what drove them there. Was it a campaign? Is it a product that people love? You know, we have SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. You know, having the keywords in on your website, or just having keywords generally on your platform. So when people search, you know, they'll be able to find you immediately. So, for example, if you have a marketing agency, so for myself is 123 Digital, I will not name my username for social media. Get it done here, you know, that doesn't make sense, you know. So that's very important. You have the search. You want when people search for your service, it's supposed to come up, right? At least on the first page, even though it may not be number one, but at least the top 5. You know, we must be able to compete on that global level. You know, I think Carla mentioned to Sharine earlier, you know, where do you see yourself in the near future? Regionally, internationally, you have an international product or international service. Right? Okay, yeah, that's right. But how are those people going to find you? You know, when you're looking for economical social media strategists, you know, and you type that in St. Lucia, are you going to come up on the first page? And lastly, we have content. And content, again, is king. You have to produce content, right? So you as a business, you must always develop content around your product. You must always develop content around your services. Again, I would use Dazzle Magazine as my guinea pig because it's all about content. Next slide, please. All right, so the next slide is why is digital marketing important for business? So digital marketing is the most cost-effective form of marketing which can be measured across a wide audience. In order for a business to market themselves effectively, they must be where their target audience gather. At the moment, majority of people are on the electronic devices as this is where they consume information. So let me just break that down to you. Obviously, digital marketing is much cheaper than a radio ad, than a TV ad, than flyers, right? Facebook and Instagram, you could boost your content for at least $5 and you are able to reach a large audience. And this is where they say numbers don't lie. You may not have the numbers in following, however, with the assistance of paid advertising, you can reach those individuals. You could reach at least 10,000 individuals, right, with a limited budget. But you must consistently do it. You can't just do it once, or you can't just have your Facebook page and expect people to, or your social media page and just expect everybody to just gather, right? Also, we have to remember that a lot of people may not be on social media. So that's where things like Google ads come in, YouTube ads, right? So that you can also get rotation on websites which have the Google affiliate on them. For example, Look News, Dazzle Magazine. Again, we have those Google banners, and again, that's another service that we offer as digital marketers, because we could say, all right, when you go on Dazzle Magazine, you would see the Google advertising, you know. So that's very important. Let me just focus now on, you must be where your audience gather. Long time ago, people used to gather in various areas. So let's take, for example, Times Square. Times Square is a big example of that. Piccadilly Circus in London, right? They have a lot of advertising, a lot of digital boards. And the reason why there are so much advertising, so many bright lights, is because that's where people gather. People are always there chilling out, you know, that's a tourist attraction. So these areas are very important for advertisers. In St. Lucia, like I would probably say our Times Square is probably Aquarius Crossing for the young people. Block X, you know, that's why they have, someone has a digital screen there, but you could do so much more in that area. And another area I think that is people use, and that's traditional marketing I'm talking about, is right outside Rodney Bay, outside FCIBC, where you see the wall full of billboards, right? Because there's a lot of traffic there. People going to town, people going to Rodney Bay, people going up to Grosley. However, these form of marketing is they're very traditional, they're very expensive. And one thing about billboards, the life expectancy of a billboard is approximately 10 days to 14 days. Because after it's there for a certain period of time, it now forms part of the environment. With digital media, right, you are able to change at will. If you want to change your graphic, your ad tomorrow, you can do so, and then you could boost it again, right? You could stop it. You have control. You know exactly who's seen the demographic that sees your ad. You know which location, etc. Next slide, please. Right, developing a robust marketing strategy. A digital marketing strategy describes a series of actions that use online marketing channels to achieve various goals. Channels can include owned, paid, and earned media. The digital marketing action plan allows you to build and launch your online marketing strategy with success. So a lot of people always be like, okay, you know what? I need to market my business. I could market my business. I'm on social media. They always use social media as a scapegoat. But do you have a strategy? You know, do you know how many posts you're going to be posting a week? Do you know what you're going to be posting about? Do you have a product that you want to post? Or do you have a product you have an abundance of, you want to get rid of it, so you post it, you know, at an affordable rate or price, you know? Or do you have something that's expiring that needs to go out? Or do you have new arrivals? You know, I'm just talking generally. You know, you must have a plan. How long is your strategy? Are you going to do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? What photography are you going to use? Are you going to use stock photography? Are you going to get an influencer? You know, how are people going to resonate with your marketing campaign when it rolls out? So these are things that you have to take into consideration. You have to write it down. You must have an action plan for the entire month. Again, that's a magazine. Even though you see things pop up, we've been planning that for an entire month. Even a magazine came out, I think, 2 days ago. We were 1 day late because we wanted to come out on International Women's Day. However, when we came out, we had all the graphics, everything done, everything that needs to be rolled out, that has already been planned. You know, we want to target various individuals. We know which content, which graphic is the first graphic that's going to be displayed. We know what's going to be displayed tomorrow. So we're not guessing it. We're not just waking up one day and saying, hey, let's decide to post this today. You know, we have budgets in place to boost certain posts. So this is our strategy, and again, to strengthen the brand and obviously to grow it and to make it very successful. Next slide, please. Thank you. So benefits of digital marketing is measurable, right? Insights will provide information on users such as demographics, location, views, visits, etc. That is very important. You must know who your target audience is. You cannot target everybody. You must know who those individuals are. Affordable digital marketing costs less than traditional forms of marketing. That is so true. You know, right? You could do a nice viral video. You don't need big equipment. You could use your phone once you have a great smartphone, probably an iPhone or one of those latest Samsung phones. You do a nice video, you demonstrate something, whether it be how you cook or whatever pastries, and you just put it up. You boost it for like $10 US. Whereas back in the day, you had to put it on TV because that's where people gather, because everybody had to watch the news at 7 o'clock, right? And wait for the couple of ads. Most likely, the first 2 ads are always Digicel or Flow because they're the ones who could afford that space. And the production of like a TV ad can start from $3,000 way up to $7,000, and to air it is probably $5,000 to $8,000, even $10,000 a month. So right there, you could see where the cost savings are, you know. Speed. You can change your messaging instantly and also provide quick responses to your clients. As I said, yes, your messages, you can change them whenever you want. You may probably need to change opening hours. So for example, let's say COVID, you had a billboard that has your opening times, you know, from 8 in the morning to 11 at night. Now COVID, we're on restrictions, you have to change the times. Just imagine if you had a billboard and you had to change the time. You have to pull on that billboard, recreate the design, which will not be that difficult, or just edit the design, I should say, update it with the times, right? Send it to someplace like Exercise to print that entire billboard and then install it, right? And a billboard probably costs $1,500 a month. You know, that is very expensive. And not only that, that takes a lot of time. It's because the speed we're talking about, you know, that'll probably take up to like a week or 10 days. Whereas social media, you just make your little edits. You could go on Canva, change it, upload it, boom, you're done. And then when it comes to response to your clients could just DM you. If there's something that they're interested in, they send you a message, oh, I need your service, whatever, or how much is this? They could comment under your post, and then you respond. And engagements, the ability to interact with potential and existing clients. Well, I mentioned that earlier with the speed, with the response. You engage with your customers all the time. When you post, when they like, when you respond, when you like what they say, you know, when you make them comfortable, you know, that's all part of engagement. So that's the end of my presentation. Next slide, please, Michelle. And thank you. And that's my contact details right here. I hope this presentation was informative, and that it can help you. That it can help you in the near future.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that information, Rankin. That was a wealth of information that was shared in that presentation on digital marketing for your business. And for the purpose of this, I'm going to bring up everybody who was here so that we can engage in discussion about your presentation. So we have Carla, who I'm going to add at this point. I'm going to bring back Sharine, who is backstage. And I just want to engage in conversation with us here, as well as the individuals chiming in the chat. So based on the presentation that was given by Rankin, my first question is for you. When you look at what's happening right now, Rankin, with COVID and a lot of businesses who had their brick and mortar now being very restricted and now having to embrace the online space. Let us say you're looking at a restaurant. How would you advise a restaurant owner to now continue to connect with their clients and perhaps pull in more clients into the business when persons can no longer dine as they used to in that restaurant? What would you advise them in terms of digital marketing?
Okay, well, first of all, it's this is a very complicated question, right? And I'll tell you why. The restaurant has to be, the owner of the restaurant needs to have an open mind when it comes to digital, because a lot of things that they did before was quite traditional. And I'll tell you one of the traditional things that I always see. You know, when people write their menus on a board and they stick it outside on the sidewalk for you to view, that is very traditional, and that's what they know. They'll have a chalk every single day and they'll write on the board. You have to convert those individuals and say, hey, you know, now it's time for you to go online, right? We have to basically educate them. That's the first obstacle, right? For them to understand exactly what it is. Because the only thing they know about social media is if they have kids, you know, that's what the kids are always on, that occupies their time. And two, what they see on social media is slaps. When we basically call out the government and the opposition, that's what they know. But you have to convert that now into using that as a tool, a business strategy, right? A marketing strategy, a tool for your marketing strategy, sorry. So with me, I normally consult and I have patience, right? And again, this is one of the questions I asked Sharine earlier about her, the target audience and also the budget, because we have to meet those individuals' budgets because they haven't had any customers for a long period of time, right? So now they need to spend money on digital. They need to spend money on content creation. They have to understand how to create a content. I mean, and content creation meaning that if they have a meal, take a picture of the meal, you know, to display it on social media. If there's the menus, to send it out. A few of them are doing that, you know, send it out on WhatsApp and on the social media platforms, you know, and that's a start, you know. So it's basically holding the hand. Now is a holding the hand moment, right? Because COVID just came at the doorstep, you know. And I will go back with me and Dazzle is that just imagine if I only did print media, you know, and then advertising is not printing anymore, right? You know, the marketing budgets have been slashed. You know, where they're going to get that money? So right now, if you were already on those platforms, it's an easy transition. But with those restaurant owners, as consultants, we have to be very patient with them, right? And we have to take them step by step from the first step and gradually go up the stairwell, you know? And that's how I approach it. You'd get a lot of no's. As much as we believe that, boy, we switch into digital marketing and everything is online, it is still very slow. Because a lot of the companies too, if we're talking about big companies, they have board of directors. And these individuals are very, very old and they have the archaic ways, you know, so to change their ways, you know, and somebody like us with how we look, you know, this young person comes to tell them about social media, you know, which is an urban legend. We have so many things against us, you know, so many things against us. So you just have to dust your shoulders off, you know, and be able to talk in layman's terms to those individuals. And, you know, just walk baby steps with them, hold their hands, and just try to show them the light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you very much for answering that question, Rankin. And of course, I would like to open up the floor for our members on the main stage here to ask any of their questions, but we do want to engage persons who have been chiming in into the chat. So thank you so much for your questions and your comments. And we have a comment here from Joanna Hines. That was great, Rankin. So she enjoyed your presentation. And Tracy Love was saying it was very informative and interesting to me. She said she absolutely loved it. Cindy James also is saying very informative. Thank you very much. Lucian M watching saying great presentation. Can you speak more to targeting?
So targeting is very important because you must know where your audience is gathered, especially on the social media. If it's so, for example, know which platforms to go on. If it's entertainment, definitely Instagram. If it's something with a lot of pictures, definitely Instagram. If it's for a more mature audience, Facebook. Now, Facebook is king, right? Facebook, Instagram, and everything comes after. And luckily for us in St. Lucia, unfortunately, only I think on Facebook, you could segment it. You could segment even Facebook, Instagram. You could segment it on the interests and stuff like that, right? You can do that. So individuals who like a certain topic or a certain activity, you could target those individuals. But me personally, my advice: just do the whole of St. Lucia, right? Because we're quite small. If we were living in the US or the UK or Europe or Africa, definitely you have to segment it in people in a specific area, depending on if you have let's say a restaurant for people to visit a restaurant. If it's something like a service, then you target a wide cross section, right? In St. Lucia, you target everybody. If you want to, if you're based in the South, in let's say in Beaufort, and you have a bar, you could just target those individuals within that range, probably from Soufre going down, from Mikoko going down. It all depends on you, and you just budget that. When it comes to Facebook, Google, and YouTube, right? again, if you're an artist, I don't see our artists in St. Lucia doing that, but that's what they need to do. Just put some money on the YouTube accounts, the ad accounts on Google, and just distribute your music video. Everybody will definitely see it. You don't have to beg people or send a message, please watch my video. No, you just send it out. You could send it out throughout the entire region, throughout the entire world. For me, when it comes to social media, or not social, but digital marketing, we in St. Lucia, we limit ourselves only based on what we see, right? But there's so much out there, right? And even our services, we could even export our services. So if you're talking about digital marketing, we could offer our service in another country. The internet has made the world a smaller place. There's things like Dropbox, there's Google Drive. They could put the information on there. There's Zoom, like what we do now. We having this what's it called, a webinar. We're touching so many people. People are free to ask questions and interact. So that's how basically you target. Even email. I didn't even mention email marketing. Email marketing is a very important one. Even SMS. And again, if you have the budget for SMS marketing, that's like paying Digital or Flow to send out a little broadcast with a little link, a bit.ly link, to click on the thing or to advertise your restaurant, what have you, But all that is part of targeting. That's my perspective on that.
Really great answer to that question. We do have another comment here. Or should I say, costing and target marketing is extremely important. So we have an agreement from you from Laurent Dujon and Philip Wells.
And just to add on that, we must always put a budget on the cost of marketing, the ads. You must always do that. A lot of people don't do it; they just post that stuff up. But it's very important to put a budget behind those postings.
That is a really good point to make, because especially with Facebook, I do the very same as well. Everything is about budgeting. We have a comment here from Philip Wells who mentioned scan the QR code menu. That was a suggestion he was also making. So can you speak to that?
Yes, of course. This is a very great idea, which I thought of as well, right? It's basically, right, the restaurants or bars would have their menus online on a website, whether it be their website or another website, right? And the QR codes are probably in a form of like a booklet, or it could be a sticker on the table, right? So when you escorted to your seat at the restaurant, all you do is you just scan it with your phone. All phones now have the barcode, the QR code scanner. You scan it and you see exactly what the menu is, and that is all part of digital marketing, information technology. It doesn't necessarily have to be app development. I see everybody always rushing to do an app, and fast to roll out an app, and they roll out the app and like, okay, what does your app do? Okay, your app was only in existence for 6 months. How many people use those apps? But we could do little things like that, like little QR codes, and just again put these restaurateurs could just get those stickers printed from a printers, and that's it. And they could change the menu at will online. You understand? They don't have to go back and redesign anything. All they do is just change the menu items and prices.
Really great response to that contribution. Thank you so much, Mr. Philip Wells. So I'm going to allow either Carla or Sharine, to either comment or ask, Rankin a question based on his presentation.
Although it's fine. Hi.
Carla, what's up?
Presentation. There are a couple things that I kind of want to add to what is said. So personally, I think that too many people use social media just at face value, as you mentioned, right? And they think that social media is something that you use to sell, right? So you put the plate of food, and they automatically expect that everybody's going to see the plate of food and run down to buy. But that's how social media really is supposed to work. Social media is really supposed to help build relationships. That's what the purpose of social media is for. And while I do agree posting what you have to offer is actually very important, what I would suggest people to do, especially now during this pandemic, is add a little bit of emotion into your content. Add a little bit of care and empathy into your strategy, because everybody's going through the same thing, right? Everybody wants to go out and they want to do this and they want to do that, and they actually can't. So if you connect with people on an emotional level, I feel like that is the way that you're going to drive sales, because having that relationship and forming that bond with your community and your tribe is then going to drive them to do more sales. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say was, I actually love the idea of going digital, but I also don't want people to forget that digital is part of an overall strategy. And you mentioned it in your presentation as well, right? It's part of an overall strategy. For example, for me, when I started including PR into my strategy, that's when things started to pick up for me, because I think you, Michelle, you said anyone can come on social media and say that they're an expert, say that they know what they're doing. But when you have that backing from a Forbes or Huffington Post or a TV station or whatever, that kind of puts you in a totally different light. And you could use social media at that point to now say, hey, I'm here, I know what I'm talking about, and kind of use that to reach more people. So I just wanted to add that. But my question, and it's a very important question, what is your take on using videos more than static posts on social media? Do you think people should be doing more of that? And if so, do you think YouTube is a good investment for business owners?
Okay, you broke up at the beginning, right? Do I think that what?
Do you think is more important right now than static posts? And if so, should business owners be moving more towards, let's say, going live, or even like developing their YouTube channel?
Yeah, yes. I think the video is very interactive. It also statistically is shown that you get more views, more engagement when it comes to videos, right? Going live, yes, we've seen a few companies doing that very effectively here in St. Lucia. So, for example, Digital Courts, they have influencers who go live, and they attract a lot of people. So a lot of people ask a lot of questions, and that is a very cheap and economical way, right? And that's addressing the lives, right? When it comes to the YouTube videos, I basically think that you need an interesting video that sells your product or service. So just don't put a video which is just generic. Have something, and you said it a while ago, with a lot of emotion, you know, in your videos. So it'll resonate with people, and they'll say, I really like that. Oh, this is what that person does. So even as simple as, let's say, International Women's Day, you know, you could have the women in your company just have a simple video, just talking about International Women's Day, and that can be very effective. But yes, video is very impactful. It reaches a lot more people. I would encourage people to do it more often. Don't overthink it, right? And just have a small strategy. Just know exactly what you want to do. And if you're somebody like me, practice first before you record your video. And just constantly practice. If the video is the face behind your company, just practice and you'll get the hang of it, you know. So that's my answer to that.
Okay, great. All right, thank you so much for that question, Carla. Sharine, do you have any questions or comments for Rankin? We are wrapping up for this evening.
I don't have a question for him, but I actually want to touch on something Carla mentioned about building relationships. I have always been saying that business, because you're on social media, doesn't mean, and you're a business, doesn't mean you have to be so-called uptight. I feel like businesses should have a personality on social media, just like a normal person, so you can resonate with your followers. Because if you're just going to put monotone stuff, people will just walk right past your scroll right past your post without even reacting. But if you show personality, you show that you're exciting, or you have a personality just like your followers, they will resonate with you. So that's something I've always been stressing on, that not because you're a business and you're on social media, you have to be all officey and uptight. And you can put a little emoji on under a post. You can put some stickers in your stories. You can make things exciting, and especially the videos, you can show that the personality behind your business. And another thing I wanted to touch on is, as digital marketers, I think that even if we providing a service, I feel that we should be more informative to our potential customers. For example, I find a lot of digital marketing businesses here on Instagram, and all they do is just sell, 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 but they don't actually teach. They don't actually give information about the platform they're using, or how the customers can benefit from the platform. So I think as much as we selling ourselves, we need to be informative to our followers, so they will get some value out of following our pages, or even using our service, because they already know that we are providing them with information that they can use in their postings or everyday lives and that kind of thing. So that's what I had to say.
Excellent. Well, thank you so very much for that. So we are basically coming to the end of the program. And of course, we're going to say goodbye to each of every person that is on the screen right now. Individually, we'll get a chance to say last few words before they exit to the backstage, and then we go into community announcements. We'll let Carla kick that off when we come to that, and then of course we have a couple of community announcements as well, and then we come to the end of our program. So Sharine, as the presenter, we will start off with you. Can you give us some final words on, of course, your business, and of course, how can people find you? Your final words on digital marketing for your business.
Okay. Well, I don't even know what to say, but digital marketing is important. Everybody's online. Well, almost everybody. But your potential customers are waiting for you. You just have to take the first step to reaching them, or you know to reaching them. So you can find Blu Media Marketing on Instagram at Blu Marketing 758. We're on Facebook, Blu Media Marketing. We're on LinkedIn, Blu Media Marketing. Um, yeah, you can call me 7124590, and yeah, we will take care of you. We'll take good care of you. That's all I have to say.
Awesome. So thank you so very much again, Sharine, for joining us. And you'll be backstage. And we'd like to give Ranking a moment to say his final words and to say goodnight to everybody.
Right. Well, Michelle, thank you to you and your team for having me, and also Carla for being here. And I'd like to thank everybody who has contributed. I think this was very informative. I think Startup Huddle should continue this program, as well as bringing on new and fresh faces, because I've never seen Sharine before. And it's very good to hear her and her thoughts, and exchanging our various ideas and even the comments, so I think it's very, very, very good. I must applaud you guys, and even the our guests who've been asking questions and who've been attentive. I applaud you too. So you could follow me, well, my business 123 Digital, on all platforms. We have our website, www.123digitallimited.com, and dazzledemag.com.
All right. So thank you so very much, Ranking, for joining us, and for, of course, agreeing to be not only our expert panel, but the guest speaker, and that wonderful presentation you gave on digital marketing for your business. Of course, I'm going to ask, would you be able to share this presentation with our audience in case we ask it, or can we make it available to our audience?
Yeah, sure. I should have. I can send you a link now.
Excellent.
Right? Yeah, I can send you a link now.
Okay, excellent. So for those of you who are watching, thanks again, Rankin. We'll say good evening to you. So for those of you who are still watching, we will be creating a group specifically for the audience who, of course, attended this event, and the information that we shared here will be in this group so that you can get access to it. And now we turn over to Miss Carla of Carli Communications, and she's going to say her final words. But remember, we had some very special for you for staying close to the end. And I want to say thank you to everybody who has stuck around to find out what is it that Carla has to offer you. So, Carla, take it away. Oh, you're on mute, Carla.
I just got so excited. I'm so sorry. So, guys, thanks so much for bringing me to St. Lucia. I love it, and thank you so much for having me here. My final thoughts on digital communication and digital marketing, guys, it's very important. It's necessary. You need digital marketing in your life. But remember, as Rankin said it best, you need a strategy, right? Let's not just go dive in without understanding how to use the technology, how best to use it for your business, how to bring people to you. Everything needs to work together. That's how marketing works best. Everything has to run like a well-oiled machine. So, guys, this was fabulous. All the information shared here was great. So, my special surprise, I guess we need a little music. So, I have been on a mission to help my Caribbean brothers and sisters in business build their brand on a global scale. As I mentioned before, I use a lot of PR and publicity to put myself out there. And as such, I've been in Forbes and Huffington Post, BuzzFeed, Home Business Magazine, Business Digest. I've been all over the world virtually. Just this week, actually, guys, I was on DBS television, and then from there, I went to Australia TV. That's how big PR works. And this is people saw me online through digital, saw me and said, oh my God, I need to work with you and I need to interview you. And with digital becoming more and more saturated, you're going to need something that puts you in front of your customers and ahead of your competition. And that is an entire marketing strategy. So for everyone listening tonight, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, and you want to build your business on a global scale, I am offering free marketing consultations to 10 people tonight, 5 from Facebook, 5 from YouTube. If you want to understand how to position your brand and take it to the global stage and make money doing what you love, please head over to my website. It's across the bottom, www.carlimedia.com, and click on the top chat for free section and book your consultation right now. It's only open to 10 of you. So hurry in and we will take your business further.
Yes, so I'm hoping you all are listening, right? 10 people. So 5 of you from Facebook, 5 of you from YouTube, and we're talking about the first 5, the first 5 from Facebook, the first 5 from YouTube, and you have to prove that you attended this event tonight. So not just because you saw something on Facebook and you saw something on YouTube, you're going to want to try to get in this freebie. No, you have to have been present, because Carla may just have some trick questions for you to see whether you were a member.
I have been taking notes all night, so
I cannot wait to see who are those 10 people that would be benefiting from this consultation, this free pro bono, 100% free, $0. What other way can we say free again? Consultations from Carla of Carli Communications. If you want to grow and make money of your business, please contact Carla of Carli Communications. So thank you so much, Carla, for coming on board, for agreeing to be one of our expert panelists. You will get to see Carla again next event. Our next event is going to be on April 14th. So please ensure, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell to get the alerts when our next event goes live, so you will know when Carla's going to be back. And she will be our guest speaker for our next event. So trust me, she has a wealth of information to share. So we're hoping that you'll come around for next event. So we'll say goodbye to Carla. Thank you again for joining us as she goes backstage. Now, back with me. So I would like to thank everybody, of course, who joined us. And I would like to encourage you to follow us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube. We are there. You can get us on email. That is startuphuddlestlucia@gmail.com. And of course, we have a couple of more announcements that we're going to share. But if in case you would like your announcements to be, of course, shared with our audience, please send us an email at startuphuddlestlucia@gmail.com. Send your community announcements to us again at startuphuddlestlucia@gmail.com, so that we can add your community announcements to our list so that we can share with the community. I am now going to share my screen so that you can see what other announcements that we have to share with you, the community, opportunities that are right now existing for St. Lucians that you can participate in. And I'm just going to go really quickly through them. So first of all, we have the Entrepreneurship World Cup. So 2021 applications are open to celebrate our 42nd independence anniversary. EWC LCA is being launched under the theme Building Resilience Through Entrepreneurship. We can, we will. And now, so that means applications are open, St. Lucians. So those of you who were waiting for it from last year, now the applications are open once again this year. If you would like to get more information on this, you can visit EWC SLU on Facebook. That is the Facebook page. But to apply, you go to entrepreneurshipworldcup.com. entrepreneurshipworldcup.com to apply. Our next announcement is Startup Huddle Dominica. Startup Huddle Dominica takes place in Dominica virtually every single month. So now, if you listen to this carefully, if you would like to present to the Dominican market, We can connect you with the Startup Huddle organizer there so that you can present to the Dominican market in that local entrepreneurial community. Also, Startup Huddle St. Kitts, that's another island that you have access to if in case you would like to be introduced to that market, or you would like to break out into or extend your business into that market. That also exists in Antigua, in Barbados, in Grenada, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Every single island in the Eastern Caribbean is now part of the Startup Huddle St. Lucia family. So if you're a presenter and you would like to present to any one of those chapters, please let us know and we will facilitate that connection. Also, we have the OAS, calling all entrepreneurs in the culture and creative and agro-processing and tourism industries. Accelerate your business in 14 days. And this is open from February to April 2021. And you can, of course, this is being held in collaboration with 10 Habitat. Also, Island Finance Forum is happening in April 13th to the 16th, 2021. And also Love St. Lucia Independence Day activity. The deadline is April 12th. I've been seeing those videos being posted on social media. They look wonderful. So please enter this competition if you would like to take part in the Love St. Lucia Independence activity. And last but not least on our list is the Her Future Summit 2021, hosted by the Global Startup Ecosystem. This starts March 26th, and that is specifically for the ladies. So women who are interested in building their network, in learning how to accelerate their programs, their businesses, their service, their products, we advise them to attend the 3rd annual digital edition of Her Future Summit. And that is the end of our presentation on, of course, the community announcements. Again, if you have any announcements that you would like us to share during our events, please send that to startuphuddlestlucia@gmail.com. And I would like to thank you once again for joining us. Startup Huddle St. Lucia. We'd like to thank our host, the Global Entrepreneurship Network. The national host of Startup Huddle St. Lucia is Slud Terra. We'd also like to thank our major sponsor, the U.S. Embassy of Barbados, the Eastern Caribbean, and the OECS. Our supporters, who are the Young Leaders of the Americas Initiative, the Yline Network, the Taiwanese Embassy in St. Lucia, Gen Caribbean, the Caribbean Center of Excellence for Sustainable Livelihoods. We would like to thank you so much for your support of the Startup Huddle St. Lucia program. Once again, we want to thank you so much for joining us. We would like to see you here, same time, 7 p.m., same place, Facebook and YouTube. And we're going to be here on April 14th. See you there for Startup Huddle St. Lucia next time. Thank you once again for joining us and have a blessed evening.